The legend lives on. Radio Caroline.
On Saturday, March the 25th, come to the Caroline Birthday Rock Show at the Corn Exchange, Bury St Edmunds.
A present for me?
Appearing live will be the top Japanese rock band, Bow Wow, on the last days of their UK tour.
We got a present for you.
Also appearing will be the American rock band Leatherwolf. Admission is just £5 and the doors open from 8 p.m. until midnight.
What do you got?
So don't miss this chance to celebrate our 25th birthday in style on Saturday, March the 25th at the Corn Exchange, Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk.
You'll love it.
With leather?
Wolf. Radio Caroline, Europe's best music station, now offers you 2 separate services. As well as Caroline 558's great programs of current pop music and oldies, you can now enjoy the best in rock music with Caroline 819's transmissions between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Sunday to Friday. So for the best in music 24 hours a day, keep it with Caroline 558 and 819.
Birthday card competition. 3 adult and 3 junior prize winners. They're going to be announced at 9 o'clock today, then repeated at midday and 6 p.m. and tomorrow as well.
Good morning, Ian Mack here once again, your prize guy for the day with the winners of the Caroline 25th anniversary birthday card competition. We know we should have done this a couple of weeks ago, but the entries were just so good that it's taken us this long to decide. To everybody who took the time and trouble to send a card, thank you. We've got 6 winners so far, 3 adults and 3 children, and we'll announce other prizes over the next few weeks. Okay, the 3 children's winners, amongst other things, they'll receive a framed picture of the Ross Revenge for their bedroom walls, and they are Paul Stebbings from Loddon in Norwich, 8-year-old Rebecca Elphick from Newington near Lewes in Sussex, and 10-year-old Matthew Rayner from Old Billsthorpe in Nottinghamshire. Well done, you 3. Expect those prizes within the next 2 to 3 weeks, and thanks to all the kids who sent stuff in. It was brilliant. On to the adults. The adults put in so much effort, it was ridiculous. Eventually we settled on 3 winners, and they'll receive a framed picture of the ships and Chateau Caroline wine, and some other goodies. They're RJ Barley from Clacton-on-Sea with a pop-up card, Lizzie from Braintree in Essex with an embroidered card, thank you Lizzie, and Francis Wilson from London Southwest 5. Francis' card was a creation, it was amazing, thank you Francis. Expect those prizes again within 2 to 3 weeks. Thank you to everybody that sent cards in, they really have given us a lot of fun over the last couple of months. And to carry on the fun, we thought, why not have another competition? Now then, do you think that you are Caroline's most dedicated listener? You do? Then we'd like to know why. You can reach us at the usual address, PO Box 146, Playa de Aro, Girona in Spain. And we'll give you plenty of time and announce some very special prizes on August Bank Holiday, Monday the 28th of August this year. And in case of a tie-break, if you could complete the following sentence in less than 12 words. I prefer Radio Caroline to any other radio station.
Well, it's 9:30, and here's the overnight weather. Cloudy but dry, minimum temperature of 5 degrees Celsius. Winds are northeasterly, strong and blustery. Oh dear. Sea at the full tide is rough. Visibility is good. London boys.
4 minutes away from 7 is the time. I'm Nick Jack, and I'll be back with you again at 5 tomorrow with more travel, more news, more weather, and more of your best music as well. Stand by for Phil and John. He's next. With more of Europe's great music, I shall leave you with Level 42, and this is To Be With You Again.
Woo! Yes, indeedy. This thing called the Festival and Leisure Guide, well, I suppose I better get on with it, really. I've got a list of mega events. Look at this. 4 pages of computer-printed paper. I'm not going to read it all, and certainly not in one go. I'll dip into this in bits between now and midnight and tell you what you can do. I'm not so sure about the wisdom of this either, because if I tell you what to do tomorrow night, you won't be around to listen to the radio, but never mind, it's what the boss says. How do you fancy seeing Diana Ross at the Wembley Arena, then? That's all it says. I know that she's playing at the Wembley Arena tomorrow evening. There's no point telling you what's happening tonight. Tomorrow at the Town and Country Club in Kentish Town, there's The Men They Couldn't Hang and Playing Trains. At the London Marquee, there's also The Trees. That's the name of the band, I assume. Yaz at the Hammersmith Odeon, for all you disco party people. The London Town and Country Club at Highbury Corner has From Athens, Georgia, Dreams So Real. And the Mean Fiddler, that's the acoustic room thereof in Harlesden. There's Thomas Igo, and we'll have more of them later, I think. I don't want to bore you to death. I have been boring you to death, however, with the new Elvis Costello album, which is called Spike, and here's a track called God's Comic, a song all about the Bible, of course. Oh!
don't forget, we're looking for Caroline's most dedicated listener. Most dedicated, and there'll be a prize. Please send your entries and any other mail to PO Box 146, Playa de Aro, Girona in Spain. And that will come to another good use, because as well as cheering us up, I'm going to collect up all the stamps and send them to PO Box 139, Slough in Berkshire, which is where the guide dogs people are. And they can make money out of the stamps and use it to train up new dogs, so that's brilliant. Caroline back on air, and we've just heard that the Space Shuttle Atlantis has managed to launch successfully about 15 minutes ago from what we can work out, down in Florida. And they're going up for a 4-day mission and hoping to launch a space probe while they're up there, so good luck to them. And God bless America. Thursday night, Caroline, good evening. It's Mack standing in for Bradgate, who was last seen heading off towards his bed on Tuesday. 11 after 8 now, and some brand new music. This is just utterly brilliant. There's Stevie Nicks and Rooms on Fire. And we can exclusively reveal, that you know our friend from New Zealand, Philip John, that's his favourite record. All mail that's received on the Ross Revenge will be removing the stamps and sending them to Box 139, Slough in Berkshire, which is where the guide dogs for the blind people hang out. They can use those stamps to raise money to train new dogs, which we think is brilliant. And similarly, if you run a household or a business, anything like that, if you could send them your stamps, we'd be grateful. It's GDBA, Box 139, Slough. Caroline plays Yaz, and where has all the love gone? I think love's a bitch. Ain't love a bitch, eh, lads? They're all nodding behind me, not going to say a word. 21 to 9 on Caroline. Here comes Rod Stewart.
You're listening to the great sound of Dr. Feelgood, who'll be appearing live at the Caroline Rock and Blues Special on Saturday, May the 13th at the Corn Exchange, Bury St Edmunds. Also appearing will be the R&B band Engine and the popular local band Fourth Entry. However, we'd like you to pay to get in. Tickets will cost you just £5 on the door, and the show runs from 8 p.m. until midnight, but bring your own milk. Bring your own milk.
Let me just check that. Well, it doesn't actually say, but I think it is. And this is a single released tomorrow, and this will be played on 558 next week as well. It's called Monkey Gone to Heaven.
Good evening and welcome to the programmes of Viewpoint 819, the voice of evangelism in Europe. Our broadcast starts now with Johan Masbah.
And that's all from the newsroom today. We're back tomorrow morning with Nick Jackson at 7 o'clock. And we're talking about Lotto 649 for April 1st here on Caroline. 2, 10, 37, 40, 42.
Bye. Kevin Ayres, Stranger in Blue Suede Shoes. Thank you for that cigarette, and I bet it wasn't a silk cut. Because let's face it, Kevin Ayres is a bit of an old hippie on the quiet. Caroline 819. And here at Japan now, early Japan, when David Sylvian was a bit more into being kind of crossover heavy metal punk rock star. A track from Adolescent Sex called I Wish You Were Black.
Good evening and welcome to the programmes of Viewpoint 819, the voice of evangelism in Europe. Our broadcast starts now with Johan Masbah.
Caroline 558, fresh music with the Pretenders.
The voice of evangelism in Europe. Viewpoint 819.
From a prophecy to the circles in your mind. This is the new Radio Caroline.
I'll make her mine. Caroline 819. Through the night until 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Good evening, my name's Rob Harrison, alias the Harrison Monster, for some bizarre reason which I haven't quite worked out. I mean, I reckon I'm a fairly normal guy, you know? Right, what have we got tonight? Another featured track from our album this week, the Pixies' Do Little, who got the festival and the leisure guide as well. plus a personal top 5 of a young lady called Demelsa, who comes from North London. That'll be around 11:10. First of all, this evening, though, Prince from Around the World in a Day and Pop Life. Woo, I'm in love with a German film star. Chance would be a fine thing. A female one, of course. Caroline 819, Europe's finest album station, until 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. What have we got now? Susie and the Banshees from Through the Looking Glass, their last studio LP, although I believe there's a new one coming out fairly shortly. And this is a version of Sparks, This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us.
Caroline 819, the album station that never sucks.
Well, I had a shower this afternoon. Not such an unusual thing, I might add. But what was unusual is I tried to comb my hair afterwards. It's the first time I've tried to comb my hair for, well, goodness knows when. And it was so stuck together that I had to use one of the wire brushes that the Supreme Hippie had sent out for rust control. So there you go. I don't think I'll try that again. Well, we always like to play a bit of 60s mainstream stuff from time to time, and I'm going to play some now. In fact, I'm going to play two. First of all, here's Len Barry with 1, 2, 3. Really, wasn't that 60s stuff just great? The Love Affair, that was from the charts in 1968, and Everlasting Love. I got Philip John's approval for that one because he's actually listening to what's going on over here on his monitor when he should be concentrating on his 558 programme. Well, what does that say about the music we play over here? Everlasting Love, of course, is what we believe in over here on Caroline 819. Loving awareness is important. Don't forget that.
Loving awareness is a simple concept. Just treat people in a loving way, a positive way, and in return, they'll give you all the love in the world. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love.
Caroline 819 continues with music from Heart. This is from the album Passion Works.
Perhaps I should play it backwards. Actually, that's a jolly good idea, I think, there, Muesli Bar. Let's play it backwards, see what he's saying. He's saying Fine Feathered Friend. The name of the track is FFF, presumably that's what it stands for, from PIL, Public Image Limited, from the album which appears to be called Album on the LP. I think he's confusing the terms LP and album, and if you actually look at the label of the LP, it says label, although it also says Public Image Limited album. Very confusing, isn't it? Very, very silly indeed. Did you know it took me ages to suss, actually, that the little PIL logo is actually in the shape of a pill? Really, really obvious, but I didn't spot it. Right, that Petrol Emotion from the album Babel. Spin Cycle. Oh yes, I was going to dedicate this to our washing machine, which died. We've got a brand new washing machine aboard this ship, and it died in a week. It was made in France, but I don't know whether that's relevant. Caroline 819, and if you're one of these people who insists on writing down who's on when, I'm Colin Muesli Bar, and I'm on right now. There are these people who exist, you know, ladies and gentlemen, who like to know what's on when. It is rumoured, actually, that there are some people somewhere who are responsible for typing down every word that is spoken on Radio Caroline. Now, I do find that hard to believe, but it might be true. So I'll try to avoid all those words that are impossible to spell. ZZ Top, or should that be ZZ, from their first album. This is Backdoor Love Affair. I knew there was something wrong. And I've completely thrown myself out. Yeah, we were plugging this Rose of Avalanche LP to death. I don't know what we're plugging this week. Anyway, it's become a normal album now, and we'll play it at the usual sort of intervals. Oh, it's really not my day, is it? What am I playing now? Don't Fly Too High. Not much danger of that.
If they're feeling really kind and you ask them really, really nicely, they might even play some. Do you mind if I take that record off?
My word, you should see it. Disgusting, really. 12 after 10, Caroline 558 for this Tuesday morning. With a current statement from Stephen Dennis. Could it be number one this week? We'll have to wait and see. Don't it make you feel good?
You're going out for the day anyway. Have a great time and stay tuned to Caroline 558.
Hey, take me, girl. I am ready. About working in Woolworths.
It's supposed to be rough today or something. Let me tell you, I've trod in rougher puddles than this.
Ian Mack in the morning. He's a right pillock.
Let's get out another letter. A very good morning, Peter Cook of Groovy in Leicestershire. Radio Caroline, PO Box 146, Playa de Aro, Girona in Spain. Is to you.
Clear off! Most of the time, you just need a megaphone.
If you see a radio that isn't tuned to Caroline 558, just smash it. Smash it into 1,000 pieces.
Listen to Radio Caroline. They're the best in the world.
Our number 3 was 2 in a row from Deacon Blue. We started off with a brand new one, which is Fergus Things the Blues. And one from a couple of months ago, which is Wages Day. 8 after 11 with Caroline and Nick Jackson until 1 o'clock. Here's the new single from It Bites.
Yeah, but we'll have by 1 o'clock.
Oh, he will have. Prepare to be informed what's happening neighbours-wise between 1 and 4 with Ian Miles. Right now, Bronski Beats. This is Small Town Boy.
Well, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, we did go away for quite a while, didn't we? But we're back now. Well, I'm afraid that's where I have to get off this evening. It was short and sweet the last hour. I'll try and do an uninterrupted programme tomorrow evening. Sunday's coming up now. Philip John, yeah, he's here for the next 2 hours. And I'll leave you with Edie Brickell, her new single, Circle. Take it easy. Have a good evening. Stay tuned to Caroline 558.
Bye.
On 558 kilohertz, this is Radio Caroline. Good evening and welcome along to Viewpoint 819. This the 16th of May 1939. This is a Tuesday evening, and this is the way the programmes look for this evening. At 7 o'clock, in just a moment, we join Roy Masters, followed by the People's Gospel Hour at 8 o'clock through to 8:30 when we have Frank and Ernest. And at 8:45, there's Word for Today. And our final programme on Viewpoint 819 for this evening is a new beginning at 9:15 through to 9:45 when we join Caroline 819.
Minutes after 9 o'clock, good evening. Welcome back to transmissions of Caroline 558, live from the radio ship Ross Revenge here in the North Sea. Very good evening to you. Neil Gates with you until midnight. And with you right now, this is a new song from Habit. It's called Shotgun City.
Then Jack for the sound of the Caroline Music Show. It's coming to a venue near you sometime this summer. And you never know, if they're feeling really kind and you ask them really, really nicely, they might even play some. Do you mind if I take that record off?
Put your hand on your heart and tell me that we're through.
5:30 on Caroline. Take a look at the weather. Sunny spells and isolated showers. Maximum 25 degrees. Winds are northerly light. See the full-headed slight. And the visibility is moderate to good. Music Radio. We are Caroline. This is Kylie and Hand in Your Heart.
The show runs from 8 p.m. until midnight, but bring your own Alka-Seltzer, okay?
From a point C to the circles in your mind, this is the new Radio Caroline.
The voice of evangelism in Europe. Viewpoint 819.
Oh, yeah, trumpet.
I'll make her mine. Her name is
Oh, like, wow, what a downer. What a rush. It's Caroline 819. Your overnight alternative. Harrison here until somebody else comes in and does it as well. And we're plugging this one to death this week. This is David Bowie from his new album with the Tin Machine, Under the Gods.
Stay tuned to Caroline for winners. Sunshine and showers for a Sunday. There you go, partly sunny, partly showery, partly accurate. Maximum 13 degrees. The winds are northerly moderate. The sea at the False Head is moderate. And we have good visibility. And we have Deacon Blue in a zero talk music zone.
Nesmith. Nesmith? Yeah. Not Neesmith. No. Incompetent, that's the word.
Bring me sunshine, bring me tea. Where's me tea? Hey, that were a right gradely performance, that were. Gears the pan to cooking.
What do I have to say out loud? I don't know what all this is about, Northerners, who really are a rather silly bunch of people.
Caroline 558. I can't express myself. I'll forget it.
You're going to lively up yourself. You see a radio that isn't tuned to Caroline 558, just smash it. Smash it into 1,000 pieces.
Listen to Radio Caroline. They're the best in the world.
On 558 kilohertz, this is Radio Caroline.
I am the god of hellfire.
All right, the crazy world of Arthur Brown. And in the crazy world of Caroline 558, there's magazines which are all about us, and we call them Anorak magazines. And at the end of every year, they print this league table as to which disc jockeys have done the most hours on the air, you see. And I want them to all know that Zero Talk Music Zone was brought to you by Nick Jackson. So Nick should be credited with 30 minutes.
Oh, cool, and had a ball.
Time to take a look at the latest weather. Cloudy with some rain. Brighter later. That's good news. And the maximum temperature is 90 degrees Celsius. Winds are southerly and moderate, and the sea at the Falls Head is calm. Visibility is very, very good. And I can only say one thing. Express yourself and send a card to our post address in Spain. That's Box 146, Playa de Aro, Girona in Spain. Here are the Waterboys, Hole of the Moon. Remember that. It's 70 minutes to go. And I had a whole link in my mind, but I just blew it. I can't remember what I thought about. Well, happens sometimes. I remember about the forgotten link. I wish I was very good in your language. Oh dear, I blew my link again. It's time for the bangles now. Time. My time has almost run out. Listen to this cold and shivery record, Hazy Shade of Winter. Oh, here it is. Yes, this is much better. We had a bit of dead air. How come? I don't know. Well, those were 3 hours of Harry Anderson. Why was my mic not working? Okay, while Master getting erected, my microphone dies down. Okay, I give it away to somebody else. After 4 o'clock. Here is Hart and these... Oh, I forgot about the forgotten link. I was going to say about one too many. Leave it. Tell you in the next show.
On 558 kilohertz, this is Radio Caroline. Good afternoon from me, Max Buchanan. It's a couple of minutes after 4, and I've only just woken up. I'm a very lazy person, you know. Here's Cliff Richard and his 100th single, The Best of Me, on Caroline.
Brace yourself on Radio Caroline, back on the air. 558 kilohertz is the frequency. 6.5 minutes past 11. A very good evening to you. Chris Adams in the chair till 1 this morning. And if you are listening at the moment, you must be one of those silly anorak people. If you are an anorak, I'll play this one for you. It's the Four Tops and Down in Acapulco. One, two, two.
This is Caroline 819. Philip John, the headbanger here. Good evening to you. Well, we've been doing some bits and pieces out here today. We've been rather busy, so let's get on with things. Kicking off tonight with the Simple Minds.
18 minutes past 11, welcome back. We are Caroline 558, live from the North Sea. It's Vixen. And Love Made Me.
We should each do our our part to keep our water clean for ourselves and for our children. Water.
Let's keep it clean.
Michael who?
Nesmith.
Nesmith?
Yeah.
Not Neesmith.
No.
No, incompetent, that's the word.
Bring me sunshine. Bring me tea. Where's me tea? Here, that were a right great little performance, that were. Give us a pan to cooking.
What do I have to say out loud? I don't know what all this is about, Northerners. They really are a rather silly bunch of people.
Caroline 558. I can't express myself. I forget it.
Gotta lively up yourself. You see a radio that isn't tuned to Caroline 558, just smash it. Smash it into 1,000 pieces.
This is the Radio Caroline. They're the best in the world.
Right, time for me to go. I'll be back tomorrow at around 4 o'clock. Up here next, Sean Taylor on Caroline 558. Leave you with Krista Burr.
Viewpoint 819.
A very good evening. It's almost 7 o'clock. Time to give you tonight's Viewpoint schedule for this first day, the 15th of June, 89. Yesterday evening, we were not on air. I'm very sorry for that, but we were very busy at our vessel, the Ross Revenge, to improve broadcasting very soon. So I hope you won't mind that we weren't on air yesterday evening. Well, now it's time to give you tonight's Viewpoint schedule. 7 o'clock, it's the foundation of human understanding. At 8, Garner Ted Armstrong. 8:15, Sir Shalom Ministries. And at 8:30, the Faithway Baptist Church. 8:45, we join Live Word. 2 regulars, 9, Word for Today, and 9:30, A New Beginning. And the last program for this evening is at 10:15, at 10, the Baptist Bible broadcast. And the duration of that program is 15 minutes, so Viewpoint ends this evening at 10:15. So I have some trouble explaining the schedule to you this evening, so here is it one more time. At 7 we join Roy Masters in Los Angeles at the Foundation of Human Understanding. 8, Garnet at Armstrong. 8:15, Sar Shalom Ministries. 8:30, Faithway Baptist Church. And 8:45, Live Word. Followed by 2 regular features, 9, Word for Today, 9:30, A New Beginning. And the last program for this evening is at 10, the Baptist Bible broadcast. You can stay tuned to this frequency after 10:15, then you will hear the whole night long the 819 overnight rock service. But here is Roy Masters.
The voice of evangelism in Europe. Viewpoint 819. The foundation of human understanding.
Bananarama and Cruel Summer. It's Caroline 558. This is Sean Taylor.
What a weirdo. At number 78, Soft Cell, the hours are falling apart. That was Heat. Caroline 819, good evening if you just joined us. We've started a little early tonight. You've only missed one track as such. That was number 77, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Damn the Torpedoes. Blah, blah, blah. Oh yes, I know what I was going to do. You remember the Caroline 558 Top 1000 of all time? Well, Shelton and I were on that last weekend for one day together. And this is what happened. Fat lot of goody it would do even if she could come out tonight. Yep. Right, where are we now, yes? Go on you hips, Number 876, the Proclaimers. Go on hips. Letter from America. We got told off for that, I wonder why. Right, back to our own little chart. Number 79, Queen, Sheer Heart Attack. Here's Brighton Rock.